Whether you design and maintain advanced equipment, plan and execute complex events, keep academic and administrative departments running smoothly, or take care of students, you are part of Princeton's broad mission to advance knowledge, educate future leaders, and have a positive impact on the wider community.
Welcome to Princeton University.
Welcome to Princeton University.
Bienvenidos a la Universidad de Princeton.
Welcome to Princeton University.
Working here is really awesome. That's just the simple way to put it. It is really, really rewarding working with both undergraduate and graduate students because they're adults. They don't need to be told what to do. You're really with them to help them learn what they need in the next step of their development.
I had begun as a class advisor to the freshman first year class government and helped them build class unity, create sort of hopefully a welcoming and fun environment. And they actually surprised me. They made me an honorary class member. I think it's also really powerful that when they leave this place and hopefully have some sort of impact in the world going forward in whatever arena that fits them best, Princeton is a part of those values.
When I arrived here at Princeton and started interviewing, I realized that from top to bottom on the administration side, there was not just a commitment, but there was a rhythm to the day-to-day life that endeavored to include diverse points of view and backgrounds as much as possible.
I was able to help volunteer with the She Roars Alumni Conference for female alumni, which is a really great experience.
3,000 women had come back to share with each other and hear from distinguished figures.
And part of that is I got to sit in on a talk between Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor. It was really inspiring to see all these women come together and be excited to be back on campus and to see them support each other.
Princeton understands that everybody has value and that you can't judge people by their gender or the color of their skin or where they came from.
I'm really excited about all the efforts that the institution has made recently to increase the socioeconomic diversity of the undergrad class.
When I look around, I see all different faces and shapes and sizes and colors. There's options for you to take classes on diversity and inclusion.
There's a sense of community. I feel like there's so many employees I can reach out to have coffee and lunch and talk about, challenges and opportunities.
You should get to know your colleagues. You should get to understand what they do because people are your treasure here.
Get out of your office every once in a while. Stand up and walk around and meet new people to the best of your ability. We have a lot of our administrators who come to our games and support our student athletes, and it's a lot of fun to watch the kids do well, but it's fun to build that network at those games as well.
I also recommend checking out some of the employee resource groups. I think it's really nice to have casual ways to build connections with other employees.
There's lots of athletic facilities, there's art, there's music, there's theater, there's all kinds of academic talks going on all the time that are accessible.
One time my husband and I were sitting outside of Small World Coffee and ended up in a conversation with this guy who was pretty unassuming looking, and he had introduced himself, and after he had left, we were like, this guy seems like he was someone, and we looked him up and he was actually a famous photographer.
There are days when there's a movie being filmed on campus and you get to go up and watch Tina Fey, right? Or Justice Ginsburg comes to campus and gives a talk.
I was an extra in A Beautiful Mind, and so spend a lot of time walking around there, and then I am in a scene at the Blair Arch Steps.
The more meaningful part about working here is the pride of Princeton. It makes you feel proud of what you do because just the name Princeton is big everywhere you go.
I quickly stocked up on all orange and black bow ties I could find, and I've been more warmly accepted ever since.
Take the Orange Key tour. It's a beautiful campus. I learned so much about this place, the history of the place, and how to navigate the facility or the campus as well.
We plant trees and try to make, campus beautiful. I was planting a tree on Washington Road by the soccer field, and my daughters happened to drive by with my wife, and they were so happy when they saw me on the road. So she pulled over, and my kids came towards where we were working at, and after that, they called it Donald Tree. That's one of my favorite trees in campus.
My first day here, I came an extra hour early and I just strolled. I said, I can't believe this. I can't believe that I'm here.
We have some of the best LGBTQ healthcare, I would say, in the country. It's really, really huge to be at a place that's saying, we care about our trans students and employees.
I think one of the most common misconceptions about being at Princeton probably is that you need a PhD, that everyone's teaching, for example. Because the roles are so varied at Princeton, we just want people who are excellent at what they do.
The leadership of Princeton really sees staff professional development as vital. And to me, as a staff member, that makes me feel really affirmed, excited, makes me feel like this is a workplace where I can grow a lot.
I'm taking right now computer classes, just regular Microsoft Excel. But there's things that I never knew before.
All of my managers that I report to have been encouraging about not just making this my final stop at Princeton, like not to just be a financial service center associate, not just shared services manager, not just a grants manager. It's always, what more can you do to improve your skill set and maybe move on to something bigger and better than you have.
People respect you, they respect the quality of the work that you offer, and they tell you.
I love the staff recognition event that happens every March. On my 10th anniversary, I received the President's Achievement Award, which was an amazing accomplishment. It was definitely one of the biggest highlights of my life, professionally and personally.
It means a lot to be able to balance my family and my job instead of stressing about one over the other. I feel like I don't have to choose. I have 2 little kids. My kids think that they go to Princeton because I work here. They have little tiger ears and tiger tails and little bow ties. And so sometimes they'll be upstairs, I'll go up, and they're wearing them while they're playing their trucks and stuff like that.
Welcome to Princeton University.
Welcome to Princeton University.
Welcome to Princeton University.